y'all? It's your girl Balansa, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Yes, oh my god, I'm so nervous, y'all. I'm just happy that I finally picked up the camera. It's been years since I said I was gonna pick up the camera and actually record, so now me doing it, I feel good. I feel like I'm accomplishing goals, I'm being productive. So yeah, before I start my video on why I moved to Houston and some of the struggles that I faced, I want to introduce myself. My name is Balansa. People know me by Bella. Recently I just been wanting to go by my full name. I originally decided to go by Bella because it was easier for people, but I don't know, it's a new era. I think I want to go by my full name, like Balansa, Beyonce. You know, it gives sexy, grown. Anyway, I'm 24. I'm from Maryland, Salisbury, Maryland to be exact, but I've been living in Silver Spring, Maryland, Bowie, Maryland for the past, before I moved to Houston. I'm a Scorpio, period. I graduated from Bowie State University in Bowie, Maryland. Go Bulldogs. I moved to Houston back in March 2022, alone, just me and my dog. I've been planning this move for since my junior year in college. I haven't told anybody because, you know, it was just something that I wanted to do. When I moved out here, I did not know anybody. Like, I never been to Houston a day in my life. I never been to like the what was the Midwest? I guess this is the Midwest. I never been to Midwest. The furthest I've been to was like Mississippi, but I never been to Texas till the day I moved here. The day I moved here, the day I got my keys. Like I said, I didn't have no family, just me and my dog, and a leap of faith. So why I moved? I moved because Maryland is a good place to live, but I feel like I was born and raised there. I knew I wanted to see and explore new things. I know I wanted to move, so the reason why I was in Maryland, I didn't move sooner is because I wanted to finish college. I wanted to get my bachelor's, then go somewhere. So basically, yeah, I just got up and left, and I never looked back. I don't regret it, and I always say, like, if you want to move somewhere, if you want to do something, do it. You know what I mean? Don't think about it too hard. If you want to move, move. If you don't like it, move somewhere else. Like, it's just move, you know? I just got tired of Maryland. I just felt like, oh, and I don't like the cold. In the winter time, it just gets me depressed because daylight saving gets dark early. I mean, I know it gets dark early everywhere, but it seems like in Maryland, the cold, the snow. I remember my last winter in Maryland, I was like, yeah, I can't wait to get out of here. Like, it was a snowstorm, and I hate the snow. I moved because of the weather. I wanted to explore new things. And it's crazy, when I decided to move to Houston, it wasn't a trend, at least not in my book. Like, when I decided I wanted to move to Houston, I thought I was being different because at this time everybody was moving to Atlanta. Well, I don't think it was a trend for me. There's nobody that I seen that I said, oh, I want to move to Houston because they're moving. So when I decided to move to Houston, it was like, for me, it was like, okay, I'm gonna set out and be different, because at this time a lot of people were moving to Florida. Where I'm from, people usually move to Florida or Atlanta, New York, but Houston was not like a top place to move. So I was like, you know what? I want to move down south somewhere. Originally, I wanted to go to Florida. Changed my mind. I said, you know, I'm going to Houston. So ever since then, I didn't tell anybody I was moving. I was afraid if I told somebody, they would talk fear into me unintentionally or intentionally. But sometimes when you tell somebody something, they ask questions, and whether they know it or not, they kind of put fear in your way. And I didn't really have a solid plan on why I was moving, but I know I wanted to move. And I didn't have the capacity for anybody to ask me questions, because it's like, regardless of what you say, I'm moving. You know what I mean? So I didn't tell anybody. I hope my friends didn't take offense to this. I really do hope they didn't. This was something personal to me and something that I always wanted to do, so I just did it. I think it was like 3 days before my move. I'm like, hey y'all, I'm moving in like 3 days. And everybody was just like, what? And I'm like, yeah. I'm moving. Like, I mean, I'm sure they were happy for me and sad too, but I was just really ready to go, honestly. And looking back at it, that was really wild because it's like you could be living next to somebody and don't know what they're planning. So yeah, I do really hope none of my like close friends took offense to that. I just wanted to do something and I did it. So that's why I moved, really. And then I also believe that you can't grow when you're comfortable. You know, I had all my family in Maryland. I just like, you know what, I want to experience new things, meet new people. I want to see the world. So I don't think Houston is my last stop. It could be a pit stop, but I definitely, if I do move somewhere else, I'll definitely be back because Houston is different. It's really different out here. What do I do for a living? I'm a hairstylist slash entrepreneur. You guys can check my website out at www.thebellabeauty.com. First moved out here, I wasn't accepting clients. I actually had a 9-to-5. I graduated with my bachelor's in business management, and I was working in finance when I moved out here. So I did have a 9-to-5 when I moved, so I didn't have to rely on clients. And actually, I didn't start taking clients until like 3 months after my move. To me, it was just like, I don't know what it was, but I was kind of like nervous to tell like my clients. And like, I know it's bad because I'm running a business and I just, you know, up and moved. But for me, I still didn't tell any much people when I moved. So it took me a while to start accepting clients. I think I accepted a client in like, I want to say like May or June. I'm not too sure, but I just didn't want to rely on hair. And plus I didn't have a suite yet, so I was iffy about letting people in my house. There may be some hairstylists watching my video, and I wish I could tell you if it was hard or how long it took for me to start receiving clients since I moved, but my mind was somewhere else. I was just focusing on like settling in. I didn't just want to jump into work, and I already had a job, a remote job, so I was just doing that and just taking each day by each day. Someone who's watching this and wondering like, you know, if I should move, I do believe if you are moving for the right reasons, yes. Now everybody, you know, got their own thing going on, but around the time when I went to move, I see it was like a trend to move to Houston to become a bottle girl. Now, I'm not knocking anybody's hustle, you know, if that's what you want to do. I don't think moving to any area for nightlife, I mean, it is work, is that smart, only because one thing I noticed about Houston is these clubs do not last long. Like, club popping this month and then the next month is another one. It's just like everything just moves a lot. Like restaurants, they close, another one opens. But if you're moving for nightlife, I personally would say, I don't know, I would think really long and hard about that. And hard, do your research. But me personally, I didn't move out here for nightlife, but I love how there is nightlife. Really go out anymore. When I first moved out here, I was outside. I didn't know anybody, but I was outside, honey. I was outside. That's just what it was. But now I'm at a phase where like, you know, the outside stuff does not interest me that much. I mean, if I'm invited out by my homegirls, it's not an every weekend thing. It's not. Honestly, it's really draining. Special occasion, I'm not doing anything, or I just feel like being outside, I'll be outside. And if I go out on a Friday, I'm not going out on Saturday. I'm not going out on Saturday. If I go out on Saturday, I'm not going out on Sunday. You got one day out of the weekend with me, or unless I have like friends in town, y'all got 2 days out of me. Houston nightlife is crazy. They will really have you out until 6 a.m. And I'm too old for all that. So, do I like Houston? Yes, I really do like Houston. I don't know what I expected to get from Houston, but I really do like Houston. And I had no choice to like Houston. Like I said, I just packed my life up and left. Girl, you really packed your life up and left. And it's like, wow. I never really missed home until recently. Like, I want to say like a year ago. I was like, wow, I really do miss home. But it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Say if you're a business owner, or you're just you have a remote job, or you're black, and you want to explore a different area, I think Houston is the way to go. Just don't lose yourself. trying to be something you aren't. You know, stay true to yourself. Understand that Houston is a place where a lot of people move to. So most of the people you meet in Houston aren't even from Houston. So you can't really like judge Houston, like, oh, Houston men, Houston men. All the men I've dated or the people I met, I probably know like one person from Houston. Most of the people here are transplants. They're from Louisiana, New York, California, like the list goes on. I think if you have, you know, a plan, kind of know what you want to do, definitely have enough money saved and just try it. But if you're not open-minded and you like to complain about everything, do not come out here because it's hot. This last past summer nearly killed your girl. Things you should know before you move. Say that Houston is very big. Like, I know you hear this a lot, but Houston is literally big as hell. You need a car, first of all. Like, I don't believe you should come out here without a car. It's not a walkable city. People don't really walk. I mean, I guess if you live in like Rice Village or like Kirby, but even then I feel like there's still things that you would need to drive to. There's a lot of highways out here, a lot of lanes, so get ready for that. And then a lot of things are like kind of far from each other, like 30 minutes in Houston is different from 30 minutes up north. Especially when you incorporate traffic, you can be driving for like an hour. How did I meet people in Houston? On my days off, on the weekends, I would go out to eat by myself. I would go to dog parks with my dog and meet other dog owners. And apps, dating apps. Yeah, dating apps. That's really how I met people in my apartment. So where I live, there's a lot of young professionals who live here as well. So just being at the pool or being outside, people actually come up to talk to you. So I met people at my place as well. I actually worked at a club for like a month. I met people there as well. I had so many lives, y'all. I was a waitress. I wasn't a, yeah. I think for me keeping this move to myself was just like more personal. I don't like announcing news prematurely. Like when I get approved, I'll let people know. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, when they say like as soon as you brag on a man, he embarrass you. As soon as you tell good news, it just goes bad for me. And that's why I refrain from telling good news and I just take my time with it. In conclusion, y'all, I just want to say, if you plan on moving to Houston or moving anywhere, go for it. Like, we're young. You're never going to be this age again. Like, I moved out here when I was 22. And people always say all the time, like, I'm crazy. Like, maybe so. Maybe I just have faith in my God. And I know that anything's possible. Like, I know he wouldn't let anything crazy happen to me. Like, I'm so protected. It's just, you know, it's crazy. So as long as you pray on it, and you know, God okayed it, definitely move or do what you're gonna do. Don't be scared. You have to step out your comfort zone. You will never grow. It's beautiful to look back at it now. Like, I didn't know anybody. I remember being like sad and like, oh my God, I don't have any friends. I miss my old friends. You know, they're home. I miss them. And I don't mean to say old friends. They're still my friends. I meant my friends from back home. Excuse me. I'm like building a little community out here. I have people out here, and I think that's my favorite part about it. If you plan on doing something, do it. Of course, it's not going to be easy. There's nothing guaranteed in this life that will be easy. So with that being said, if you really want to do something, do it. Don't let people get in your head. And that's why I say keep news to yourself. You do not have to tell everybody everything. It's called discretion. Some things should be discreet. You know what I mean? Between you and God. I have a lot to talk on, but I don't want to make this video way too long. I hope you guys are still watching, but I know when I was moving to Houston, I would appreciate this video. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make a video, people, because when I was moving, I was looking for videos like this. And I'll definitely make a part 2. Comment below what else y'all want to hear me talk about. And yeah, chat with your girl. This is my first video. I'm kind of nervous. I hope I did good, and I hope you guys are still watching it. But yeah, I'm clocking out. You guys have an amazing day. Mwah.